Hello everyone, my name is Arrum and my study number is 2513042050. And today I want to talk about a book that I am currently reading, which is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's actually a very short book, but it talks about something really important, which is how our thoughts can influence our life. In this review, I will share what the book is about, the part I like the most, some part that confused me a little, and my honest opinion about this. So, basically, this book explains that our thoughts are very powerful. The author uses a simple examples. He says, our mind is like a garden and our thoughts are like seeds. If we plant good thoughts, like positive or kind thoughts, the gardens grow well. But if we keep negative thoughts, it's like growing weeds in the garden. I think this idea is simple but also quite meaningful because sometimes we don't realize how much our mindset affects our actions and decisions. And even though this book was written a long time ago, the message still feels relevant today. One of my favorite parts of the book is when the author talks about visions and goals. He explains that before people achieve something, they usually imagine it first in their mind. For example, a student might imagine their future career, an athlete might imagine winning a competition, or someone might imagine the kind of life they want in their future. I like this part because it feels motivating. It reminds me that having goals or dreams can actually help guide what we do every day. Another reason I like this book is because it's short and easy to read. Some self improvement books are very long, but this one goes straight to the point. But honestly, there were also some parts that made me think a bit more. In the books, the author sometimes suggests that our life situations is mostly connected to our thoughts. I understand the message, but in real life, things can be more complicated than that. For example, sometimes people already try their best and think positively, but they still face problems that are outside their control. So, I think the idea in the book is inspiring, but it might not always apply perfectly in every situation. That was one part that made me question the book a little. Another honest opinion is that some parts of the books feel a little repetitive. The author repeats the same idea about thoughts shaping our life in different ways. Maybe this is because the book was written a long time ago, so writing style is a bit different from a modern books. But since the book is short, it was not boring, and I could still finish reading it quite easily. Overall, I think this book is actually a good book, especially for beginner who wants to start reading self-improvement books. It's simple, it's short, and gives a clear message. What I personally learned from this book is that our mindsets really matters. Sometimes we cannot control what happens around us, but we can control how we think and how we respond to situations. A small change in our thinking can slowly affect our actions and decisions. After reading this book, it made me reflect a little about my own thoughts, like what kind of mindset I usually get when I face problems or challenges. Are my thoughts helping me move forward or are they stopping me? So, even though the book is simple, I think it can still make people think more deeply about their life. That's probably why this book is still popular even after many years. So, if you are looking for a short and meaningful book to read, I think this one is worth trying. And yeah, that's my honest review of the book. Thank you for watching.